Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 20th, 2018, and today is Thursday morning. So I'm looking at the major economic events of the day. Out of United Kingdom, at 2 o'clock South African time, we have an official bank rate decision coming out. Now, this is on, in light of what's going on with the Brexit fiasco. I'm going to consider what the GBP could potentially do today. But looking at the market wrap-up from yesterday, and the FOMC's rate decision yesterday, as the federal government of the United States decided to increase interest rates, causing havoc to the markets. Now, looking at the US dollar getting much stronger as the major index sold off, the Dow Jones selling off tremendously, causing the dollar to get stronger versus the major pairs. We'll take a look at that. And the Dow Jones breaks support at 23,800-ish level and tanks all the way down to 23,000 this morning. Okay, we're going to take a look at that. And in terms of commodities, oil consolidate and gold fails its breakout move yesterday at 1250. We're going to take a look at that as well. In terms of the stocks, they're lower, but they may have some buying opportunities at these levels. Okay, the thing to look at is also at Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies as they're looking to actually consolidate at these levels. So may show some turnaround sign in the markets. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So just to give us some context to the GBP USD, we're looking at this graph right now. On the lower side, you have 25,000 as a potential support, and on the higher side, resistance at 27,300 level. We're trading right smack in the middle of that. Okay, if you look the last couple of days, we kind of consolidated in this 2640-ish level. Okay, so we're looking for some sort of directional move. Okay, in either direction. Okay, we'll be happy with either one. But at these levels, we're really trading in a very consolidated state. Like if we look at a 1 hour chart, you can see that we tested our lows of 25, 24, 80-ish level, but never really broke it. Okay, so on the IR side, like I said, 27, 30-ish level, we've challenged that a couple of times, but never really breaking it either. So with that said, we're looking for some sort of breakout, some sort of directional move that's going to take us either higher or lower for the GBP. Now, it might not happen in light of the fact that we have this Brexit fiasco still going on until you have some sort of clarity, okay, because the markets don't like indecisiveness. They don't like the question mark scenario. So with that said, this may not be the greatest play today, like the FOMC rate decision like yesterday, but you do want to know that the number is coming out. You do want to know the levels, so just be aware of that as this continues to trade later today. Now, looking at the Aussie USD, we're looking at a daily chart. Just to give you, again, context, okay? We had this massive sell-off over the past year. Okay, a nice downwards trend, and finally we broke it back in October, and we consolidated a little bit. Okay, now the past couple of days we actually broke it and broke on the downside and showing some sort of correctional move. Now the next support level is really this downwards upper trend line. Okay, so that's something you got to really consider. It's two things. It's both this trend line and this lower limit that we had at 70.39, and we're only about 60 pips away from that. So be aware of this, potentially that this could happen. Okay, otherwise I think we'll consolidate here, and I think that Dow Jones is actually going to bounce as opposed to continue the sell-off as we've had previously. Okay, jumping into gold just for a second, just to show you that lackluster rally that we had the other day. We were right up there, 1257, touching it, but never really sustaining it, which caused some question mark as to which way this market will go. So we're trading right now 1245-ish level. So I would say that this is a preemptive correction to how the Dow Jones I think will be trading. Now looking at that Dow Jones, we're trading at 23,146-ish. As you can see, a massive sell-off in a daily chart. Let's look at a 4-hour chart just to give you a better context. We sold off sharply yesterday from 24,800-ish level and down to 23,146. Massive correction, okay? So with that said, I do expect a correctional move on the upside. Why do I say that? Because if you look at Apple, it didn't break out lower. I would have expected Apple to be in the 140-ish level. It's not. If I look at Facebook, it did sell off, but not down to its lows as before, okay? If looking at Amazon as well, okay, did sell off, but not as low. Okay, so with that said, markets are still strong in the United States. So the fact that the Fed actually increased interest rates is actually a good sign, not a bad sign. And I think it was just a reactional move to the markets yesterday, and I think we're going to have that correction later today. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, we finally got that consolidation at 36.68, as you can see that, looking at this trade, I wouldn't chase it at these levels, okay? I would wait for a double bottom. However, this is a good sign, okay, because it shows that it's stopped some of its, if we look at the daily, okay, it stops some of that downwards trend that has been broken, okay, on the upside. So it may consolidate, it may even continue selling off in a month or two for now, but as it stands right now, it looks like it's going to consolidate. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.